Hello, you wonderful people. Welcome to my channel. Major says hi from right over there. And with that, let's proceed with today's video and why you all are here. So for today's video, we're going to need a 4.5 millimeter hook. This yarn specifically does say on the packaging 5.5. That's a little big for me, so this is a needle we're gonna work with today. Some scissors, measuring tapes, and your needle, as we'll be sewing some ends in this video. To start, we're gonna go ahead and create our foundation chain, our starting loop. We're gonna go ahead and just do one like so. Once you have your loop, just pull your hook through. And then we're gonna go ahead and create 20 chain stitches. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap around, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. I'm going to go ahead and continue going on to complete 20, and then we'll meet back then. Okie dokes, once you have your 20 chains, we're going to go ahead and just add 1 for a total of 21. So at the end, we are going to have 20 half double crochet stitches. So now that we did that, we're gonna go ahead and do a yarn over, and we're not gonna insert it in that first loop. We're gonna go ahead and insert it in that second loop right here. So let's go ahead and insert our hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops, just like so. So again, this is a half double crochet, yarn over, insert a hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops like so. So we're gonna go ahead and continue all the way towards the end, and then we'll meet back at the end of those 20 chains. Okie doke, so we've reached that last chain stitch here. So what we're going to go ahead and do, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. Now we're going to go ahead and chain 1, flip our work around, and then we're going to go ahead and start again to finish 12 rows. So we're going to have a total of 12 rows at the end, and then we're still going to go ahead and add a bit more, and you'll see how. But we're going to go ahead and just continue on doing half double crochets the whole way through for a total of 12 rows. We'll go ahead and see you then. Okie doke, so now we've reached that last stitch right there. We're going to go ahead and do a yarn over, push our hook through, and then we're going to go ahead and gather those 2 loops there. So we still want to go ahead and make sure to grab those 2, yarn over, pull through all 3. So at the end, you're going to bring out your little measuring tape, and it should be about close to 4 inches. You are measuring this so that your hand can fit in it. So this is just a reference here. And mine would be a total of about 6.5. We are going to go ahead and proceed with the next step, which is still going around it, but with a different color. So let's move on to the next. So once you measure it out, kind of get it to be at least the biggest size of your hand, your palm. Then you're going to go ahead and cut, leave a little bit of the string left over. You'll see why here shortly. We're going to go ahead and chain 1, flip our work around. Then we're gonna go ahead and insert our hook, yarn over, insert your hook like so. And then we're gonna actually here, we're gonna go ahead and get that other color we wanna incorporate. So I still have this one here. We're gonna have the white one here. Go ahead and pinch them together. You're gonna pull through all 3 loops with that white yarn that we just got here. Instead of tying it, I prefer to do it this way. It just seems a bit cleaner to me. So we're gonna go ahead and just pull through the white one. Go ahead and just tighten them up a little bit. And then now you're just gonna go ahead and do your yarn over with the white one. Insert in that second loop. You're holding on to both the green and the white. You're gonna actually grab those 2, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. Again, yarn over, you're still grabbing those 2. You're gonna insert your hook. You're gonna make sure these 2 are under that white yarn. Pull through, yarn over, pull through like so. So it's gonna look like that. You have your new color there incorporated. You're gonna go ahead and continue while still holding on to those 2 edges there. Right, insert hook, the 2 edges come forward, yarn, pull through, all 3 loops, pull through. So you're gonna go ahead and keep doing that. Remember to grab these 2, and then I'll go ahead and meet you at the end here. Okay, so now that you've reached that loop at the end, right, you've done your whole row of white, you're gonna go ahead and do yarn over, insert your hook in that last stitch right there. Remember, you're still grabbing those 2 loops, right? So you're gonna go ahead and grab those 2 loops, insert your hook, and then once you have that, you're gonna still do your half double crochet right into that last stitch, but you're gonna actually make 2. So that was 1, insert your hook again, into that same stitch there, and then you're gonna go ahead and do 2 half double crochets in that corner spot. Okay, so here we're gonna go ahead and start doing the side. I'll go ahead and do a few here for you. So yarn over. You're usually gonna want to go ahead and insert it where you see those openings or those holes right there, right? So yarn over. I see one right here. So insert hook. Go ahead and do yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. Again, yarn over, there's another hole there. So we're gonna go ahead and insert your hook there. And we're gonna continue doing it like so. And you're gonna notice that you're gonna have a total of 3 per section right about. That's what it should end up being. Again, yarn over, you see that hole right there. We're gonna go ahead and insert our hook right in there, still holding on to this one. If you decided to continue having that one there, or if you decided to cut it off, then you don't have to worry about it. So we're gonna go ahead and continue moving forward all the way to the end, and then I'll see you guys then. Okay, doke. So we reach that last little loop right there where this one interconnects. So we're gonna do a yarn over, and at every corner we're gonna go ahead and insert those 2 half double crochets. So 1 in the same loop, insert hook, pull through, and we're going to pull through all 3 as well. I'm also going to tuck this one in just so we don't have it out. So I'm going to do the same thing. We're still going to do our yarn over. You're going to insert it in that first loop there. You're going to pull this one forward, over through, yarn over, and pull through all 3 loops. And you're going to continue like that until this whole thing is done. You're going to continue to go all the way around so that it equals the length of your hand. And that's how you'll create your loofah. I'll go ahead and meet you at the end of those roundabouts. There should be around 7 roundabouts for the size and the measurements I gave you, so just keep that in mind. But feel free to do as big or small as you see fit. One thing to keep in mind when you reach that corner stitch here, right, where they connect, what you're going to go ahead and do is you're going to do your 2 half double crochets right in that corner as normal, as seen here, right? And then you're going to go ahead and chain 1, flip your work around, don't forget to do that, and then you're going to go ahead and continue going the same way you came, right? So you're going to go ahead and put 2 double crochets into that corner right in there, and then you're going to go ahead and continue going around. Once we reach the end of this first round here of all white, I'll go ahead and get back to you on how to connect those two so you can get that even corner stitch. See you then. Okay, so we're about to get to that corner stitch there, right? So there's that one last stitch here in the corner. You can barely see it, but there are the 2 little loops. You're going to go ahead and do your half double crochet. And then you're going to go ahead and see that loop there. 1, 2. You're going to do a simple slip stitch, right? So you're going to go ahead and pick up both loops. See, you picked up both loops. I'm not sure if you can see it all that well, but there they are, the 2 loops. You're going to go ahead and yarn over, pull through, and pull through. It's going to connect the edge like so. You're going to chain 1. Flip your work around, and then you're just going to go ahead and continue all the way around. Once you reach the edge again, you're going to do that slip stitch again, and then keep going all the way around. The point is to go ahead and have it be as wide as you need this way, so you can stick your hand in through there and it fits this way. So I'm going to keep working my way around until it's the width of my hand and it fits like a glove. I'll see you guys then. Okay, doke, so we're getting to these last final stitch here, right there, right? So what we're gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna do yarn over, insert a hook. We're still grabbing those 2 loops, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through those 3, and then we're gonna go ahead and grab that loop there. You see that chain? We're gonna go ahead and grab those 2 loops like so, yarn over, pull through, and then pull through. Voila, that is how it should look, a little bit like that. Now we're gonna go ahead and fold it in half, right? So you want to make sure that it's enough. Remember that yarn stretches, so you do have a little bit of a stretch and you kind of want it to be a little stretchy, especially when you're, you know, trying to scrub yourself with that. So as long as it covers your hand like so, it's nice and tight, I think you should be fine. Okay, so what we're going to go ahead and do now is we're going to go ahead and do chain 1, flip our work around, right? We're going to go ahead and fold it in half, right? So we've folded it in half. What we're going to go ahead and do now is I'm going to go ahead and measure it. That's about half and half. I'm going to take this loop right here, right on the corner that coincides with that one across from it. I'm going to get that loop. I'm going to pull it through like so. And once I have that, I'm going to go ahead and connect these together. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go stick it through the first 2 loops on one side, next 2 loops on the other side. I want a really tight seal. So I'm going to get the 4 loops plus the one already on my hook, yarn over, pull through all 4 loops. I'm going to go ahead and do that again. So you grab all 4 loops, right? The 2 on this side, the 2 on this side. Then you're going to do yarn over. And then you're going to go ahead and pull it through all 4 loops and then pull it through that loop there. So we're going to go ahead and go again. We're going to pull the needle through. You're going to go ahead and grab those 4 loops, yarn over, pull through. So then now you're going to go ahead and grab those 4 loops here. Again, right? Still have those 4 loops, yarn over, pull through that second loop there. So you're going to start to see it's going to start to go ahead and connect like so. Let's go ahead and continue all the way to this edge here, and then I'll meet you guys then. So we've gotten to the last 2 on top. I'm going to go ahead and grab those 4 like so, yarn over, pull through, and then we're going to go ahead and secure it by going like that. Once you do that, I'll also include this last one here since it does stand out a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and grab it from that back loop behind, yarn over, pull through again. And then as you'll notice, it is now securely attached right on there. We're going to go ahead and do a yarn over like we do. Flip your work around, and then we're going to go ahead and continue on the top side. The only difference is we're still going to go ahead and do instead of a half double crochet, we're going to just stick to a single. So we're just going to stick our hook through, pull through, yarn over, pull the yarn through. Again, insert hook, yarn over, pull through, and da-da. Insert hook. You're going to still want to go ahead and get the loop you just created, right? So that's the loop you just created right there. So you're going to go ahead and grab those two. You're going to go ahead and insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. You're going to go ahead and continue. I'm going to do a few more rows here. So I definitely want to use this to hang it in my shower, and I have a little hook in there for that. So instead of running this all the way through, the reason I do that back way again, I'll go ahead and do chain 2. And then I'll go ahead and skip 2, right? So we'll go ahead and skip 1, 2. And then I'll go ahead and insert it into that third loop there. And then once it is there, we're gonna go ahead and just continue as normal. The reason for doing that is now you're gonna have a little space here for your hook to hang it on. If your hook is bigger, then go ahead and chain more. If it's smaller, then just go ahead and chain 1. So that's pretty much how I'm going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and do it all the way around, and then we're going to go ahead and do that slip stitch all the way down here. So we started here, that's our little loop. We're going to go ahead and continue with it all the way down here to this corner. Just keep in mind to keep it wide enough so that your hand can fit in here. Right, so I'll probably put my last stitch right around there, which is right around at that corner spot here. So let's go ahead and work on that, and then I'll meet you guys there at this edge here. When you reach this corner here where it's no longer tied, what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and get those 2 corner stitches, right? So you have this corner stitch here, and then you have that corner stitch here, right? So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and insert our hook into that first one there, and then we're going to go ahead and insert it into this one here. Go ahead and do what we did before. We're going to go ahead and go with a single crochet, and then once you have that in there, you're going to do the same thing. Go ahead and grab those 2 loops, right? We're grabbing those 2 loops there. Grab the 2 loops right on the other side. You have 4, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, and then you're just going to continue all the way down, and then I'll see you down here. So we've got into that last corner stitch, which is going to fit my hand. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab those 2 loops, grab the ones right there on that corner as well, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, and there we go. So now you should, just in case, let's go ahead and chain 1 for good measure here. We're going to go ahead and tighten it like so, just so it's nice and firm there. Then what we're going to go ahead and do is see if it fits, and it does. So that's kind of what you want it to look like, just like that. It fits. And so that is how you create a reusable loofah. You can create more. I like to use them as little stuffers, especially during the holidays or even just for birthdays. I think they're super cute and a great way to use any leftover yarn you might have. And then once you do that, you go ahead and do your little knot there. Go ahead and take your scissors. Go ahead and cut off a good chunk here, because you're gonna have to sew it in, right? So let's go ahead and cut it right there. And then we're gonna go ahead and move forward with the sewing portion to complete our little hand loofah. Okay, so here is the needle I'm gonna use. We're gonna go ahead and pull this through here, just like so. It's already gonna have created that knot there at the end for you. You're gonna go ahead and insert this right in here. I usually just smoosh it in with my thumb, push down, and then I'll go ahead and kind of like pull itself out, and then you can just pull it out that way. That's my preferred way of doing that. And then you are just going to sew it in to your stitches. I usually go ahead and do them through those right here on that backing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and insert it, grab those two loops, grab those two loops. So I pretty much just put them in between those two loops, and I just keep going and going and going. I try to get as much of the yarn in there as I can, just so I know it's gonna stay secure and it's not gonna come loose or anything like that. So I just keep grabbing those two, right? So they're from the single crochets that we did to attach both sides of the loofah. So you're just gonna keep going, right? So you're gonna go ahead and keep grabbing. I usually just keep going till my needle can't go no more. And then once you're in there a good amount of the way, I just go ahead and pull my needle through. You're just gonna go ahead and pull it. Bam, bam, bam. And then you're gonna take your nifty scissors, cut it, and voila! There it is, ready and done. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to see more videos, please do me the biggest favor by liking or subscribing down below. Have an amazing, amazing day. Bye.